we're going to break down Jason Aldean's song Flyover States. Now, it's an intermediate song, so there are a lot of techniques that you should be comfortable with. If you're a beginner, it's okay to try it out, but I will warn you, there is a bar chord in it. And there's some other techniques that are a little tougher, some harmonics in the intro. And there's some more complex strumming patterns. So if you are a beginner, this would be a good song to try and step into intermediate. And if you're an intermediate player, it's a great song to learn to hone your skills a bit more. Here we go. Here's the first opening section. Harmonics on the 12th fret. Now this is harmonics on on the B string, G, and D string. Okay. And we're just gonna do B, G, D, repeat, and end on the B string. Now what we're doing here is we're actually doing a G major arpeggio, or triad, G major triad. Those are the three notes of a G major chord. So B, G, and D. Okay. So it would count as a triad inversion because the G note is not in the lowest position. Cool. So that's our intro. Okay, so this is the section where the band kicks in. We're going to be playing a riff on a G major chord that uses our index finger on and off of the G string 2nd fret. Okay, here's how it's supposed to sound. Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 downstrokes. We lift up our index finger and do an upstroke. We do another downstroke with it off. We put it back on and do an upstroke. A downstroke with it off. Another downstroke with it off. An upstroke with it on. Another downstroke with it off. Okay, so we're into the verse of Flyover States. There's 5 chords that we need to use. One of them is a G major chord, a B minor chord, a C major chord, an A minor chord, and a D major chord. I'm just going to quickly explain how to play the B minor chord because this possibly could be your first time playing it. So you're going to take your index finger and you're going to bar from the A string down on the 2nd fret. Okay, you can see that I'm not covering the low E string. And my finger is straight, and it's pretty much on top of the metal wire, but not quite, okay? The bone of my finger is not on top of the metal wire, but the skin is. You have to be that close to get a nice clean bar chord. Put lots of pressure. Make sure your thumb is behind, okay? You're creating a clamp with your thumb and that index finger to add more pressure. Put the ring finger on the D string 4th fret, your pinky finger on the G string 4th fret as well, and your middle finger on the B string 3rd fret. And then we strum from the A string down. Okay, cool. Here is the strumming pattern for this section. It's going to be down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up. Okay, we're going to play that pattern twice in a row for each chord. So it's going to look like this. Down, 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 up. Up, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up. Okay, the very, very last upstroke is going to be open, and that's going to allow us to smoothly change to the next chord. So it looks like this. Down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up, down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. So on. We do the same thing for the C chord and A minor chord. We hit only once the first time through. We repeat the verse. that second time through, the A minor chord gets just one of the patterns, so it's going to be down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up, and we hit a D major chord once. That D major chord is going to lead us into the chorus, okay? So let's work on the chorus section now. Okay, so here's the chorus for Flyover States. Now, we need to use an E minor chord, a C major chord, a G major chord, a D major chord, and finally a B major chord. If you don't know how to play a B major chord, what's happening here is the ring finger is actually doing the barring. Okay, so we're going to bar on the 4th fret from the D, the G, and the B string. Now, it's okay if your ring finger is covering the high E string. We just don't want to pick it. Even better if you can just release a little bit of pressure off of it so that it's muted. Okay, so that we don't get a noise. We don't want to hear. We don't want that. We just want this. And then finally, we're going to add the index finger on the 2nd fret A string, and that's our B note or bass note for the chord. Okay. So here's the strumming for the chorus. We're going to be using bass notes to help enhance the strum pattern. So it's going to be down, bass, down, down. Now the bass note is the lowest note of each chord. Okay, in the case of E minor, it's the low E string. For a C chord, it's the A string. For a G chord, it's the low E string. For a D chord, it's the D string. And for the B major chord, it's the A string. So it's going to be down, bass, down, down, up. We repeat it again. Down, bass, down, down, up. Don't forget the open upstroke. Down, bass, down, down,